London, England, 1618.
"Lady Angelique, come back, sweeting,"
ancient Lord Chatsworth called.
"Sacre bleu."
Angelique Drummagan rushed down the corridor, eased open a door, and slipped inside a dark drawing room, one of many within the maze of Whitehall Palace. She prayed Chatsworth would pass by. He fancied himself her suitor, and did not but drool on her hand every time he was near. Heavy breathing and moans sounded from across the room. She turned and froze, her eyes searching the near darkness. Who was here? Only the shifting moonlight glinting off the Thames provided any illumination, revealing chair backs and settees. A high-pitched giggle pierced the air from several yards away, in the vicinity of a sitting area near the cold hearth. Shh! A long moment of silence stretched out, broken by sounds of kissing. "King James wishes her brought before him forthwith," a muffled male voice said outside the closed door.
"She vanished in this passage,"
Chatsworth said.
"A pox upon the old lecher, and the king too."
Angelique crept across the Turkish carpet and slid behind the brocade window drapery.
"Ooh, I'm impressed with your swordplay skills, m'lad."
Lady Eleanor's voice, breathy and excited, shattered the quiet of the room. She was the one moaning and giggling?
"The harlot."
"I'm not a laird, but I do thank you for the compliment."
A Highlander? Angelique would recognise that tongue-rolling speech anywhere. She had never known Eleanor, Countess of Wexbury, to dally with anyone below a Viscount. What was she doing with a barbarian? That's what her mother, God rest her soul, would have called him, or any Scot. And Maman should know. She'd been married to one. Eleanor cried out with carnal pleasure. Angelique's face burned hot. She couldn't comprehend how a woman found pleasure in the act. Never again would she entrust her body and heart to any man. Since men were naught but faithless pigs, she knew she only had duty before her, not happiness, not love. That had been a foolish child's dream. Eleanor gasped for breath, and the Scot made a growling noise, the height of pleasure, some said. Surely the French term, la petite mort, the little death, was more accurate. Nausea gripped Angelique, even as shocking excitement quickened her heartbeat. A dark hidden part of her wondered. No, never again.
"I cannot marry and be subjected to a man's lust."
She pressed trembling fingers against her throat and found it damp with perspiration. The door opened and lamplight reflected off the white walls.
"Lady Angelique."
Dryden's nasal voice echoed through the room. He was the most vexing of the king's courtiers. The two lovers became silent.
"I know you're in here. I heard a noise."
From her position behind the draperies, she noticed the light moving across the floor. A thump sounded, then rustling.
"Sir Lachlan, what in Hades are you?"
"I was but resting."
The Scot said.
"Have you seen Lady Angelique?"
"Nay."
"Dryden, the lamp, if you please,"
Chatsworth said.
"What is it?"
In the silence, the light shifted again, growing brighter as it moved in her direction.
"Mon Dieu, do not let them find me, s'il vous plaît."
Angelique's pulse roared in her ears. She detested Chatsworth, and now, to be discovered lurking about in a dark room while a Scot coupled with a lady harlot would be exceedingly mortifying. They might even accuse her of spying on them. Dryden yanked the drapery aside.
"Parbleu,"
Angelique blurted and pressed a hand to her mouth. Dryden sent her a vile grin. In the background, Chatsworth scowled, then shot a murderous glance at the man they'd called Sir Lachlan, who stood in a darkened corner. Where had Eleanor crawled away to? Angelique couldn't see her beneath the carved furniture in the dimness.
"You and Sir Lachlan?"
Dryden snickered.
"His Majesty will likely find this interesting."
"No, I was not. Lady Eleanor was. Where did she go?" Embarrassment flamed over her. Now they thought she'd been with the Scot.
"Never." "No need to lie, mademoiselle. Come, the king wishes to see you."
He ushered her toward the door.
"You too, Sir Lachlan.